that man that.
Don't need him to hear that right there, boy. Look here. We live. Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing that. And so, look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit, and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right hand side, we got somebody different, y'all. The Decatur's dynamic duo, Corey Davis and the one that keeps them in check over there, our sis Kanisha Davis. What's up, family?
Hey, happy football Sunday.
Happy football Sunday. What a great Sunday it is.
Football
Weekend. Yeah, it's been a great weekend for some of us. Not so much for myself and my team, but others, have shown out and done well. Besides that, man, how was your weekend, man? In this storm that hit us after we got off the show Wednesday, Thursday and Friday hit us pretty good out here in Georgia and in South Carolina, Florida, Tennessee. I mean, just all over the Southeast, man. So tell me how y'all are holding up throughout Helen.
Is it Helen or Helena? What was it?
Helene.
Go ahead, babe.
Well, I don't leave the house. I work from home. I was fine.
Well, honestly, like I said, we were blessed. We just, got a lot of rain. I got a lot of new grass because I had covered some stuff up on my grass. I had put some like dirt and stuff and new seed, and all the water had washed away the dirt that I put down, but under it was new grass. But we were great. But for those who were not, I think I posted a couple of videos, man, where some trees came down over here in this area. There were a lot of people who did not have power, who were out. I want to throw a shout out to them, hoping that everything is okay. Also, the OG, just hoping that I'm glad that everybody's blessed. I think James, he ended up having a tree that fell down in his yard. So it's like we saw some houses that had it, but like I said, we are okay, man.
Okay, good. Same with us, man. Over in Alpharetta, man, we just got a lot of rain, no trees down, thank God. But like you said, we do know of people, man. Like you said, the Little Johns, man. Just praying for OG. You see, he's not on the show. Our other co-host, he's dealing with trees down in his neighborhood as well, man. So no power. So hopefully they get the power on. I think he said that the state of emergency has been issued to Spartanburg. So, hey, man, our deepest prayers go out to everybody out there in South Carolina, Spartanburg, Southeast area.
Yeah. Also today, I think I had posted on our chat line. People in Rockdale County, a chemical plant had exploded today, man. So Roddy is out that way. So I'm hoping that our TCY family is good. Like you said, a lot of this storm and a lot of the things that are going on and from the weather have made it to where things have been breaking down, and we're just hoping that everybody's staying safe out there and staying with their families. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. My daughters actually stay out there in Rockdale County as well, man. So yeah. G and Bird stay out there with their mom. Yeah.
So they saw it.
Yeah, they heard about it. I'm not sure if they saw it. They were actually at the Braves game. They actually went to the Braves game today.
Okay. That's what's up. So Roddy just posted, "We're good, folks." That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Good to hear. All right, so man, what's up to everybody out there riding Little John, James Little John, Anybody else is out there, man, put your name in the chat. You know this is an interactive show. We appreciate you rocking with us. Welcome everybody out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Remember, when you come to the channel, tell a friend, bring a friend, and when you come, don't come by yourself. This is episode 36, season 5. We have a great show for you all, man. We're going to jump into some college football talk. There were some big games yesterday, some big plays from some big teams. And I want to know, about, do you think it was fair where they're placing teams at now after the wins and losses? All right. Talk about that. Also, we will talk about the NFL football games that happened today. And of course, we'll talk about the game on Thursday. It's a little bit, just jump on it a little bit. But the games that happened today, we'll talk about them as well. And, we got some teams that we might want to really look at, man. We've kind of said they are who they are, but we might be looking at them a little different now, man. So we'll jump into that as well. And then I will talk about a little bit of Bryce Young. Bryce Young has been benched by the Carolina Panthers. We want to see, do y'all think that was fair? Or should they give the young fella another chance, man? Or did they put another around him? So we'll talk a little bit about those things right there, man. But before we do any of that, man, we got to give our wonderful sponsor, Mr. Alvin Jameson, a huge shout out. Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you. That's right, man. Thank you once again, Mr. Alvin James, for being a wonderful sponsor of our very first segment. All right, man. Y'all know we have a special guest on, filling in for the OG over here.
Until the kids start calling.
Well, let's go ahead and jump into college football while we have you on, Kanisha. And I do want to talk about what I think maybe was the game of the year already, and that was that Georgia-Alabama game. Big Roger Smith, what's up, big dog? He's been talking about Bama. He said Bama's going to put it on you all. It started off a little rocky. Carson Beck looked a little nervous early on, but he got his feet underneath him and put up a pretty decent performance, man. So, the Kanisha, tell me what you thought about that game and the chances of Georgia still being, a team that make it into the playoffs.
So I
Tell your story.
You bought into it. I felt like I was jinxing the team for some reason. Like when I was sitting there watching it, it was going terrible. And then when I would leave and go do something else, they would rally back. And then I come back and they start making bad plays again. I had to just leave like it was me.
So she comes downstairs. She goes, "I figured it out." And I go, "What?" You know what I'm saying? Me and my youngest son, we sitting on the couch. I figured it out. When I'm not watching, y'all start playing well.
It wasn't that dramatic.
Yes, it was. And she was like, "I'm not going to watch. I'm just going to go and do my thing, and I'm not going to watch." And then I look at my son. He's like, we didn't know what she was talking about. But then they did. Like I said, he threw another interception. I was like, "Go back upstairs. Like, go wherever you would, whatever you were doing." Now, mind you, I had made my pick, but I was hoping. I liked it. I like when after halftime they start building momentum and they made a game of it. Right. And I ain't gonna lie. I said, you know what? I'm good with what I chose. Because Alabama came out smoking. But so she comes back and then she goes like while she's sitting there, he throws an interception. I tell her to go back upstairs. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I could hear her every time they threw an interception or they did something crazy. No,
I was watching Clemson. I'm serious.
No,
I was watching Clemson.
Okay, whatever. But so when we were sitting there watching it, we watched a juggernaut, or basically Georgia got hit in the face, got hit in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? But that was her thing. She thought that she was unlucky to me. But like I said, I had already made my pick because I knew that we weren't ready wholeheartedly. We fought well to get back, but Bama tough, man.
Georgia
tough.
does always start slow, but I'm gonna tell you the difference. They always start slow, but with other teams, it's just a slow start. But for some reason, they play Alabama scared. You can literally tell the difference in their approach when they're playing them. They play scared, and I do not understand why. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bama is Bama, and they're good, but I still think Georgia, was the better team, but they play them scared. They just have their number. And that's on, where those players are mentally. They've got to, shake that off.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And I don't understand why they do. I don't know if it's a coaching thing, being that, coach ain't there no more. So you would think that he would think I'm the big dog now, so he'll come with that confidence, but they still, I guess it's the aura of Alabama. I mean, I agree with Kanisha, man. I believe that they are the better team. I think they should be, but impressive with the way that Milrose played and the 17-year-old Williams, man.
What?
17. So, Corey, tell me about how you felt, and throughout that game, and then we got to talk about Ryan Williams, man.
Okay. So, like I said, when they made their first touchdown, I felt it already. I was like, here we go. Then 14, I was like, so I'm on the phone. Like I said, I'm texting Bobby and Chris, Richard Walker, and a few other guys on another chat line outside of ours, because I ain't gonna lie, our main chat line was radio silent for a quick, and then they said it caught fire, and then I ain't gonna lie, I was like at halftime, like, man, I'm out. I ain't doing this. I'm out. I can't do this. When you got a 17-year-old, I mean, I call it ultra freshman. You know what I mean? This makes no sense. This dude, this time last year, he was 16 years old, playing in high school.
Right.
But I don't even know how the numbers are working with him to be 17 and then it's fall and he's playing at Alabama.
Birthday probably next month.
That ain't what they were saying. They kept saying the 17-year-old phenom from where he from? He's right there in Alabama, where Katie them from, but no, not. It's a college. It's a college that's down there, and that's where he's from. But that dude was fire, man. He like the moves that he was making, the confidence that he was playing with. He's gonna be the next star at Alabama. He's gonna fall. Like one person said last night, he's gonna fall in line with the Julio Jones is down there. The Smith.
Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Williams. Yeah. Jameson Williams.
Right.
It goes down the line. His birthday is in February 7th.
Oh, so he just graduated
next year.
Next year.
Okay, it's still some months.
It don't matter. 2000. He was born in 2007.
Yeah. So she 2007. Yeah. So James says, man, they say he reclassified. However that works. So that means he went up. He reclassified up. So yeah.
Either that, and then at the same time, he probably graduated early in high school and get in there and play, man. Get in there,
man. Tough. Alabama. I like what I saw. I don't know if I like enough for them to go up to number 1.
That's the Bama treatment that we've always talked about, though.
Okay.
Like I said, to beat the number 2, you number 4, to beat the number 2, it's no different from when we were talking about the playoffs last year, and they jump us. That's the lure, like you just said. That's the lure of Alabama.
I think Texas is a clear number 1 right now, but I think anybody else is looking. It's like, no, Texas is number 1. First of all, they play one more game. They have one extra win, and they just look solid. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, Alabama came out strong, right? And they won the game, but But honestly, if you have 21 points in like the first 7 minutes, that game shouldn't have came down to the wire, right? So, yeah, that's not given number one, because I'm gonna tell you, if Texas was that far ahead, that game would have never even got close.
Right. Yeah, I agree, man. The Texas, do you think Ewers lost his job? Has he been what's that? What do they call it? Pimp, body pimp.
What are you saying? What is you're glitching?
Not Molly pipped.
Molly whopped?
No, not Molly whopped.
What are you saying?
You know when you
What?
Willie pipped. Dang it! What was it? When you lose your job to somebody unexpected.
You lose your job unexpected.
So Ewers got hurt.
Yes, it's my text.
Yes.
Okay.
Wally pipped. Wally pipped. Wow, no.
Okay, let's move on from that. We don't know the word, so
please go get your wife. Please go get Chris.
We're just gonna concede that we are not sure of the correct terminology. Look, we're gonna
lose your look. We'll stick with lose your job. That man said Willie Pip. Lollipop.
Well, anyway,
is it popsicle?
No, it's pip or something. Pip. Walters Pip something. Whatever it is. Well, Willie Pip fired. Well, Ewers.
Huh?
We all thought Ewers was going to be one of the ones we're talking about for the Heisman. Wally Pip. Oh, I thought he was going to put that. Never mind. Not Pimp Slap. No, not Pimp Slap.
What are you saying? Look, does anybody know what Galen is what word he's using for when you lose your job? So you saying when you lose your job unexpected,
like Tom Brady came in
and took his job. Yes.
But you saying that there's a word for this?
Yes, there's a word for it. Same thing that happened with doggone Dak Prescott and Tony Romo.
Did he lose his job?
Yeah, he never got a job back after Dak took it.
So
I mean, they did it delicately because of who he's married to, but
But in this case, that what he's talking about is you're talking about a prodigy, a quarterback prodigy. They've been waiting to play anyway, and they just so happen he's been playing his butt off, and his last name is Manning.
Arch Manning.
And I think he might be the best Manning we've ever seen.
So she been out, I ain't gonna lie, the past 3-4 weeks. He is so fast. He is so good. She done bought into whatever this word is that you talking about. Huh?
First of all, he has the pedigree. That's why he has the pedigree. He has the proper, coaching from his whole family. And then on top of that, the boy is fast. Like
he ran one.
He's fast.
He's fast for a white dude. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say it like that. But it is. What? He ain't blazing speed fast. He is.
I was impressed with his speed.
Okay, well, listen. But so what Galen is saying. So what's your point?
So has Ewers lost his job to Arch Manning now? Has he been Wally pipped?
So that what you're saying? Wally pipped.
Wally pipped. I was on Google. Oh.
What does Wily Pitt mean?
Oh, Corey, come on.
What?
So Wally Pitt, when replaced in the lineup, especially if it's due to a minor injury.
Wily Pitt. Okay. All right. So Wily Pitt is a person.
Is a person, yes. He's the one who did it. He started it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in baseball.
Yeah, I was just about to say Wily Pitt was a baseball pitcher.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying that this is a thing where you can get Wily Pitt and replace when you're injured. Okay.
I don't think they have a reason to take the starting role from Arch.
Well, we've seen this Wily Pitt happen before with Tua and Hurts. Mm-hmm. In that case, he wasn't even hurt. He just you just lost your job.
Right.
So you're saying that Ewers has lost his job. Like I said, wasn't his fault. He got hurt, and he should.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you saying that it shouldn't happen, or what's your point here?
They were still they was rolling with Ewers. So Ewers is honestly, I think Ewers is a great quarterback.
Right.
You
right.
know,
He was in Heisman running last year.
Okay. So now people are on that last name, that Manning last name, man. They were, as soon as he came in, my pop said he never heard of that saying. Dang, am I heard of this?
You got Wiley Pitt, you know.
Wow.
Now I will say this here. So you've seen this happen where coaches are so afraid to change once it starts, once it starts to be good, or once, like I said, we're on the road right now. We don't want to change anything, So a lot of times coaches won't make that change back because it's like, listen, we've been good right now. There's no reason to make any sudden movements because of where we are. I've seen it happen at Georgia. Like not last year, but before back, we had a litany of quarterbacks that could step in, but it's like, okay, we're good right now, so we're not going to change anything, though you were the starter. I think Jacob Eason was like that when he's lost his job, and then we end up putting in what's the quarterback that the one last year,
the drug
Stetson Bennett. It's just like, listen, he's doing a good job. We're not going to change anything. So Stetson ended up keeping the job. You know what I mean? But so you're using Wiley Pitt as a situation for Texas right now. I can see it, and honestly, when you got the name behind you, and they don't pump in millions of dollars, for him to come there.
Yeah.
And honestly, now let me ask you this question: does Manning put butts in the seat, or does Ewers?
So Texas is one of them teams that it don't matter who's quarterbacking.
I'm about to say it don't matter.
They gonna show up. They gonna sell out every game.
Not on ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN too. Texas is a big name. They're a big school, man. Them Longhorns, dog. They everywhere. They're everywhere, man. Yeah. So
they got plenty of money too.
Yeah. So it may bring more eyes, media eyes, because of the name. It's a good chance, man, that Ewers may have lost his job, man. You may see Ewers at a different place next year.
The transfer portal is open. Now, is this his senior year?
I want to say this is maybe his junior year.
Okay, so he still got some time.
Yeah. So I want to say this may be his junior year. Goodness gracious. Okay, them games are over. Okay. You look it up.
No, actually, I got a message that came through saying I-20 is shut down on both sides right now. They're evacuating Rockdale because of that chemical plant. So listen, my bad, man. Listen, y'all be.
That's important. Go ahead.
But
go ahead and talk about it. What they saying?
This just like I said, my cousin had sent this. He said officials, they can't stop the fire in that building. And like I said, this just came through at 7:51. They got an evacuation zone out there. Hey, Roddy, and your daughters, them, man, check on them to make sure they shut down. They just shut down both sides of I-20 because of that chemical plant that they can't stop. It's continuous smoke that's coming through. Wear a mask if you can. Like I said, it says creating a lot of heavy black smoke, and the smell is terrible. So it said the building has already collapsed, and it said take action. So y'all, man, listen, y'all put them masks on, because like I said, this benzene from what it is, and some other heavy chemicals.
Pop said he got caught in the earlier day.
Mr. Larry, did it smell any different? I know they said they're showing it's all crazy black, but did it smell any funny? I mean, did it smell funny? Put your mask on, man.
Man, wow. Yeah, definitely, man. I just text my babies and see if they good.
Yeah, man. Check on them.
For sure. All right. Colorado.
What did you want me to look up? No, were we finished with Texas?
Oh, I think usually I
I'm
thought
looking at his classification.
yeah, and see if he was a junior or a senior.
Viewers. Okay, I'll look that up.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Chris, get the door, baby boy.
Speaking of, before we go that far, who went to the game with you, bro?
MJ.
Jay went to the game with you.
Yeah, MJ went to the game right here. Right here. You might want to put the dogs up. Yeah, you get for the pizza. Yeah.
Players in smoke, but I saw you posted. I know we're gonna get into that. Remind me to put a pin into that. I want to ask you who came with. I know we're still talking about college.
So yeah, I took my oldest son, flew out to New York, man, and you see my big son here.
Hey, what's up, Big Chris? Yeah, I put a pin in there. I just want to make sure I forgot because I know we staying on college, but I put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about my Florida State Seminoles before we move on, man, out of there. Getting the doors.
You want to go there? You want to do that?
By SMU.
That was bad. I watched it.
Hey, Galen, I don't think it's just y'all. It's a Florida thing right now, with the exception of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Miami. What I'm telling about our big schools, though, you know, they catching it. You feel me?
Later. Yeah, Miami's not out of it, man.
That's the only one. Yeah,
the only one. But Florida State, we struggling, man. It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You were about to bring up Colorado, so I was remember that kid Kamari.
Kamari with all the babies.
No, does he have all the babies? The one that went to Colorado and now he's at Florida.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about Antonio Kamari.
No, not Antonio Kamari.
Okay.
That kid Kamari that played at Colorado and Dion let him go, and Dion, kid that was late for practice. He was late, just would not, he tried to blame it on the team. And it's funny how when you put blame on the coach and you put blame on where you are instead of on yourself, he's not even playing. He's dressing out, but he's not even playing at Florida right now.
Oh, really? So that tell you that was him.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that Colorado, Baylor, was it? No, not Baylor. Colorado. Who did
they just played UCF.
Yeah.
UCF.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the locker room before the game?
I saw it after, but what happened before?
So they had all the celebrities in there. The same stuff we was talking about last year. They're winning, and I think we're starting to see more celebrities again.
It's trending again.
It's starting to trend that way. Rick Ross. They all in the locker room before the game. Of course, now we know that T.O. is part of the coaching staff. But there were other celebrities that were out there. Cam Newton out there.
Oh, look! So I saw when Cam Newton was trying to talk to Hunter, and Hunter just like,
him and Hunter. I think it was playful banter because they're actually. They're
oh, okay. I was to say, don't talk to me.
No, they tried to make it something it wasn't.
Yeah,
he had actually been with them before that.
Yeah. Okay. And they basically were making fun of a joke that another commentator had made. Well, it wasn't a joke, but another commentator had said something about Travis Hunter. And so Cam was repeating it like playfully, like him and Travis were making fun of it.
I'm about to say, I'm about to add to it. Like, he ain't want to talk to that dude. He just shunned him off. Okay, so there's a backstory to that.
Yeah. They cool, man. Like you said, they had been with each other already, and people saw him wave them off, and then went their own. It
went crazy. Okay, you see how easy that happens, though, bro.
Social media, man. Social media will switch things up in a heartbeat. And you don't know what to believe.
Travis Hunter. He hypes him up. He loves Travis Hunter.
Yeah, he does, man. So, and just another note, man. That Cam Newton's a big dude, man.
Yeah, big. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
Golly.
Remember when he was in that fight and he threw the one dude over and had one in the head? Like, Cam ain't no little man.
He ain't no little dude, man. He ain't no little dude at all.
Right.
So this Colorado team, they're still not ranked yet, right?
No, not
Still
even
not ranked yet.
Nope.
Do you think they deserve to jump into that 25?
Nah, I'm looking at the top 25.
If you could look up that top 25 for me.
So I got it right here. So
still hovering in there.
So I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to 25 and go to let's say I'll go to 25, maybe to 15. So just to show you where we are here. So on 25, and this is just the new ranking that came out. The AP ranking is what I'm looking at. Okay. So Texas A&M and UNLV are consistent, are by themselves at 4-0 and 4-1 at 25.
So you said UNLV?
Yeah, UNLV cracked it this week.
25.
Can you go over their schedule? Can you pull that up?
Let's see.
All right, so
far they've come out the blocks with Kansas.
They lost to Kansas.
They beat Houston, Utah Tech, and then why you got Kansas there? That was from last year. So that's last year.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's last year. Okay.
Yeah. So they came out the blocks with Houston, Utah Tech. They played Kansas, and like I said, I meant they won that from last year, but they won this time. And Fresno State, they beat Fresno. I mean, what you looking at?
What are you talking about? This is
okay. I got you. And they beat the hell out of Fresno State. You know what I'm saying? So, but look, they also put up 72 on Utah Tech. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've never seen Utah Tech.
Never before in my life.
Yeah, but but I said they're 25. And then they got to play Syracuse. They got to play Utah.
I don't know if I like that. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't know if I like them at 25.
All right,
Colorado. But go ahead.
Yeah, Texas A&M. So they got them. This is not. I'm on ESPN. But then you got Illinois.
Okay.
You got the University of
Illinois is on there with one loss. So UNLV is undefeated. Illinois is on there with one loss.
Yeah. Indiana.
Okay.
Undefeated.
Louisville
with one loss.
Yeah. Boise
with one loss.
Kansas State
also with one loss.
Then you got an SEC Oklahoma team
with one loss.
Your Utah team with one loss that you don't. BYU.
I think the rest of the list, Colorado clearly does not like anything above that.
But I'll put it to you like this: so 14 and 15 are Notre Dame and Clemson, respectively. That's from 25 to 14, or let's go 15. You know what I'm saying? So it gets a little tough, from that 15 on back. Mm-hmm. But you're saying that they should crack the top 25, is what you're saying?
I'm thinking so, man. Just looking at or listening to the team that you've named thus far. Mm-hmm. I think so, man. Boise State lost to Oregon, number 7 Oregon.
Right.
They blew out Washington State. So did Colorado.
Okay.
They blew out Georgia Southern. And they blew out Portland State.
Right.
I like what Colorado has played more so than what they have played. And Colorado has one loss, right?
To Nebraska.
Colorado took an L to Nebraska. Right.
But they played some pretty decent teams, right? And Baylor and UCF.
Yeah, so they finna go through what is probably their toughest part now. Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to play Kansas State, Arizona, Cincinnati, and Texas Tech. That's their next four teams right there.
Mm-hmm. Now, if they pull out a victory on Kansas State, they're gonna definitely crack the top 25.
Okay.
If they can pull that off. But,
okay.
Now, this game here was the most convincing out of their 4 that they played.
They've been fun to watch.
They've been fun, yes, so fun. A little bit of luck, a lot of fun, and a whole lot of woo, wow, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But this game right here, they put up basketball numbers at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But can they do that to a number 20 Kansas State? You know what I'm saying? ASU is 4-1 also.
Mm-hmm.
Snack Panther started jumping out.
Yeah, stick to your Cowboy college football and get back. I'm just throwing it out there, man. He said, "What's up, Johnny Dodd? Welcome on, big homie." He says the Big 12 isn't really that good.
I can understand that. I'm not saying that they're weak. I'm not. But what's going on, Big Al? But they're gonna have to put on a little bit more. They're gonna have to, like I said, this Kansas State. They're gonna have to do something with it. Remember, they're gonna have to play another tough. They're gonna have to play a tough Arizona team.
Mm-hmm.
So
right,
they're gonna have to put on an elaborate show, man. Though, let me see who's after Tech. Let me see. Texas Tech is
Texas A&M, right? What you mean?
Texas Tech is not ranked.
They don't. The only other ranked. So the only people they have on their schedule that's ranked is Kansas State and then Utah.
You see, Arizona isn't it? So that was Snack Panther. But I mean, right now, what are they ranked? I mean, what's their schedule? I'm sorry, Arizona. We don't say what they're. So Arizona is 3-1 right now. And
they beat Utah.
They beat Utah, a team that Galen has been,
they beat a ranked
Utah team. Ranked Utah was 18.
Right.
And so a lot of these teams that they're finna go up against are going to be a 3-1, 4-1 maybe, but it's going to be, they're going to need a little bit of luck and a whole lot of health. They got to be healthy. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that like y'all said, that 20 to 25, a lot of them teams haven't beat anybody either.
Yeah.
And so I think Colorado's looked pretty impressive, man. They got potentially the Heisman Trophy winner on their squad.
Now
he's by far to me the best player in college football.
Easily.
I feel a certain kind of way about doing that too early, though. He did the Heisman Trophy pose. Nobody has done it this early. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's don't get ahead of yourself.
This man is dominating on both sides of the ball.
I get that.
There's nobody that's doing what he's doing.
Don't get hurt though. Don't get hurt. Don't do it early, because remember how last year when they started picking on him, they started shooting at him. Like when I got hit him in the chest, just stuff like that. Just hold tight, man. Hold tight. Continue to play your position. But I don't want him to jinx it either. You're right. He's clearly the best athlete in college football. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I think when I listened to Dion the other day, he said when Shador has the ball, even with a few minutes left or a few seconds, you got a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some kind of way, there's some luck involved. If you give that man a few seconds, he's gonna give you an opportunity to win the game. And I like that.
Yeah. Johnny says, man, he thinks Utah has an advantage over everyone because they actually play defense. So
what?
Utah.
Because Utah plays defense?
Yes.
Okay.
He looked great doing that Heisman pose.
Yeah.
He
hit that thing. Boy. Yeah.
Did you see his interception?
Huh? Yeah. I mean, the instincts that this kid has, man, and the hands, like, yeah, man, he's tough, man. He's tough.
Dion said he tells him about 4 times during the game. He said only 4. He said this is what Dion used to. He said you jump a route maybe 3 to 4 times a game. He said don't do it all the time. He said, but when they're not paying attention, you jump that route, put it in your hands.
I like when you listen to a player's interview and you can tell like they have a really high football IQ, kind of like how CJ Stroud is, right? Like when he talks about football, he knows.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, that boy knows
Ohio
He
State.
knows the game. Like he has a very high football IQ. And I think Travis Hunter is the same. And he's so knowledgeable on both sides of the ball. And you can tell that he absorbs all of the coaching that comes his way. Everything that comes at him, like he don't forget anything. It's like he's locked in at all times. I love that kid.
Wait a minute. So Snack just said something that got me thinking. He said, so if Colorado runs the table, but Milroe is the leader in my book. So if Colorado runs the table, then yes, you have. But Milroe looks good too, bro.
He does look good. He does
good in one position. Travis Hunter look good in two positions.
He does look good. I'm very impressed with Milroe. I can see a good race between them two. Between Travis Hunter. My dad says, what do you think about the 17-year-old? Do you think he's better than the 17-year-old? Honestly, this is my first time seeing the 17-year-old Ryan Williams get out like this. So, I got more tape. I got more tape on my boy Travis Hunter, man. So I'm leaning more towards Travis Hunter and Milroe than more so than the Ryan Williams kid.
So how do you judge Travis? Are you judging him on his wide receiver skills, or are you judging him on his cornerback skills? Just football.
Yeah, football.
Just the best kid in football.
That's the best kid in football. That Tim Tebow, when he was out there, man, he probably wasn't the best quarterback, but he was the best football player out there. Like when he was playing. So, I'm going football player. I'm going football player. Okay. Yeah. My guy Johnny says, man, but Colorado could hang around and find themselves in the Big 12 championship race late in the season. That it takes a little time, and we were bullish on the way their offensive line had been playing early on. They seem like they may be getting a little better, and it takes time for an offensive unit to gel. They brought in pieces from all over to build a roster that's gonna keep Shador upright, man. So
number 77, true freshman. I forget the number 66. I think his name is Williams. But yeah, give him a minute, give him some time, right?
Yeah. So, all right. And Johnny says, man, telling you, wait until you see Utah later this year. They have won the Pac-12 a handful of times in the past few years.
Thanks.
Pee Wee says Colorado's not running the table. Bam. That took out our chances.
You know what? I'm not saying that they can't, run the table or finish it out.
It's a tough schedule, like you said, though.
It is, but they've showed grit. They've showed, like you said, right now, and I hate to say this, they've been, and Deion is doing a good job of not doing what he did last year with, do y'all believe now? Keep it down.
Right.
You don't want this to become personal with these teams.
Right.
You don't. You want to be a straight up and down football team, a football game. But if they are healthy, and I don't know if Shiloh is going to be able to come back, but put Shiloh back in there, and it'll make them a lot better too.
Okay, I like it, man. I like it. That's something I've thought about because the Big 12 doesn't have any sure front runners this year. And my dad says, man, Hunter is living dangerously, playing both sides of the ball. He's going to get injured real soon if he continues that path. Man. Yeah, I don't think you can stop it because he's your best player on defense, and he might be your best player on offense.
So, did you see that Champ Bailey interview?
I did not.
Champ played both ways too. He said, listen, man. He said, take it. They were asking Champ. Said, how did you feel whenever you were in both? He said, my battery was nowhere near this kid's battery. He said, He said when they he was at Georgia, he said they only had me in for a certain amount of plays to make a play. He said this dude is in every play he's playing. He said he's like a 50-50 thing, but he said he's playing 79% of the snaps, almost 80%. This dude also does not practice on Monday, Tuesday, and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Or Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, he doesn't practice.
Okay.
He's also conditioning himself. He said once he comes in, he's ready to go. But they give him, because of that, he's off Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. He just does his own preparation for that. But
I mean, I do think they need to look at the schedule and, like, for example, this past game, right? They could have done a little bit more load management with him. They didn't need to use him as much as they did this game. I mean, it was fun for us to watch as fans, but he didn't have to play as many snaps. You know, they could have said, okay, well, you know, we don't really need you that much on defense, you know, in the second half or whatever. So that the coaches are going to have to do that. They're going to have to think about load management when they are up or it's clear that they're winning. You know, pull them back off some snaps. You know, don't wear them out. But I mean, I do think he's their best player on both sides of the ball.
Snack makes a good point too, man. We'll jump off. When Woodson won the Heisman, Michigan was in national championship contention. This isn't Colorado's lane.
Yeah, that was also 30 years ago.
Yeah, Heisman is an individual award, though. Like, I don't think you can discount the accomplishments of a player if their team happens to not, you know, be in, you know, playoff contention necessarily. Like, there are, for me, my argument for Travis Hunter, what he is doing as an individual player is so impressive, and it's something that I most people cannot remember the last time they've seen something like this from a player. I don't think you take him out of the running because Colorado is still a program that's building. Like, we know that it's a program that's still building. It doesn't change the fact that this boy is an exceptional collegiate athlete. He might, you know, we don't know when we'll see another Travis Hunter, you know, in college football. You don't take him out of contention because Colorado is still building their program.
Yeah. And last year's Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels, they weren't in national championship contention.
Right. That's
right.
So, but speaking of Jaden Daniels, man, what a performance today for the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels.
He did well.
I believe they put up 45 points.
42-14.
I have to personally issue an apology to Jaden Daniels because I was very disappointed when Yahoo auto drafted him onto my fantasy team. Jaden, if you are out there watching the show tonight, I sincerely apologize and I appreciate your efforts and all you've done for my fantasy team. Thank you. Keep balling.
You know, this Commanders team is in my division, and they might be a team to reckon with.
So the OG is not here, and I know he would love to be here. And I think I asked you the question last week in terms of, you know, change of the guard. And I know you gave me your answer already. Do you feel like he will be a problem for the Cowboys, or, you know, not a big problem, just a problem to deal with?
Oh, he's definitely a player that we're gonna have to deal with for years to come, man. To be a rookie and playing like he's playing right now, he has a OC over there that is using him in the proper way, and Cliff Kingsbury. So we all know who Cliff is, man, and yeah, they got something over there. They got something over there, man. So that's gonna be a player and a team that I think down the line we may have to bump some heads with. So yeah, absolutely, man. So impressive win, like you said, 42-14 over Arizona. That Kyler Murray train that I had jumped on, man, the train done ran out of steam already, man. But we was talking earlier about exciting players, exciting games. A very exciting game today, man, for you, my Corey, is in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, against the hated New Orleans Saints. For you all, tell me how that went. How was that atmosphere inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium today?
Man, big shout out. ATL showed up and showed out today. I'll be straight with you. I think I have a theory on we didn't have much representation from New Orleans Day. You know, like last year, it was there, but it wasn't. But I think that's probably why, though, because of the storm, everything that was coming up south. I don't think many people travel today. I think they sold their tickets. Possibly, I mean, it just didn't have that same lure as it had in the past. I know it didn't necessarily affect New Orleans. They just got a bunch of rain, but I think the travel time or coming up 65, 85 to 65, I think that may have affected it a little bit because they still had to go through Alabama and Mississippi. You feel me? So it was ATL all day in there today, but at the same time, they played a hard game. At one point, it just kept shifting. But they gave us too much time at the end where we were in field goal range, and he took it. You know,
how long was
my
that?
experience?
How long was that game winner?
How what?
How long was it?
It was a 55-yarder.
58.
Oh, 58. Okay, I thought that's right because they got to push it back a little bit. So listen, when they put him in there, and like I said, we had some time. Now we've noticed this. Maybe it's me. You know, I'm being biased, but my wife will tell you the same thing. I think the NFC South ref division, that ref crew, they've been making too many mistakes, man. And we're not. And I get it. Yeah, and I get it. How some teams they earn the respect from the refs. They'll get that call. It's too many times where when they show the replay and we're looking at it and everybody just booing and they've taken out that rep. I mean that the booth recall. There's nothing that we can do at this point, you know. But it was 3 major calls today where it was I mean interference and nothing, and then there was some wrong call. We were sitting there watching. And they called a offensive what they call on our center on the center when he just said
don't move the ball.
Oh, and we were like,
that was crazy.
The ball didn't even move.
It didn't. The defense jumped off sides, and everybody saw it. Everybody's like, "What?" And they replayed it so big, like they zoomed in, and we were like, "It didn't move."
Yeah. He was looking like
ball didn't move.
Yeah, and so they were sitting there like, what you talking about? You know, but it's stuff like that when we were just like, what are they watching? What are they looking at? And so it makes it a little difficult for a team like the Falcons to get a little bit of momentum going, a little bit of confidence going. I told my wife last week we can't let the refs change the outcome of the game. We can't make it that close. We gotta start winning convincingly. But a wonderful game today. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous, and I'm sitting there trying to do my TikTok. But
it's ridiculous. First of all, I helped because I wore red and black.
Oh,
and I mean it's Ohio State, but I wore red and black. So that's the best I can do. And I'm a very loud fan, so I know you're welcome for that because I am loud the whole game. So you're welcome. What? Good. I'm louder than you. Yeah, I know. I was my feet. I'm loud.
Listen, I can tell when G had been hollering because he come back to the show, he'd be hoarse. I don't do that.
I'm loud. Hey, listen, my defense is on the field. I'm loud.
Speaking of, there was a Cowboy fan in the
always
just there
every game.
Yeah.
There. But like I said, I will say this here: it put us in the second spot in our division right now, which is cool. We got to keep pushing, keep plugging along, keep playing, blue collar football, and I think we're gonna be okay, man. We're gonna be okay. I think we got a better chance because we got a quarterback that doesn't. I ain't gonna lie, he will. Now, okay, that's another thing. He ended up throwing an interception, but you saw Pitts get pulled. And then they didn't do anything, like because at first you're like, oh, he done threw another, but then when they show the replay,
like a mug.
And Kurt is sitting there like this, you're not gonna call it, and then you see him like get off the field,
It was one of the most fun games that we've had in a while. Like the crowd was really, really into it. I'm hoping that Atlanta fans start to see that crowd interaction can make or break a game. It really can. So the crowd was into it today, and it worked out. But I mean, it was a fun game.
I'm gonna tell you how bad this is. Normally, I look around for somebody to talk to trash to, talk to cash. Nobody. I was like, she's like, why are you looking for somebody? I'm like, I don't see nobody.
Everybody was talking.
The only thing, we had a little bit of short lady that was from New Orleans. I was like, because she was trying to hold on to the train. She couldn't even reach the bar. I let her sit down. But I was like, I don't have nobody to talk jokes to.
Wow.
I know this. What I'm impressed with though is it's like this division just completely turned around. Like the whole division was hot garbage last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
now we beating up on,
I ain't gonna lie, it's like our division swapped because my division is hot garbage this year, and we were, dominating last year. But
Tampa Bay beat
Tampa Bay.
They beat Eagles.
Yeah,
they whipped the Eagles.
Whipped them.
Yeah.
Whipped them.
And
that's who y'all see Thursday. I said that's who y'all see Thursday. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Like you said, it's a flip flop. And I'll be honest with you. I think we look at the blueprints that y'all been putting up for the past 3-4 seasons at 12-5, and you can only say, listen, is there a change of the guard? Because I ain't gonna lie to you. I know y'all coming. I know it's down the road, but at the same time, it gives me a little hope that we may have something for y'all. We may make it a game. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Y'all have the ingredient to deal with a Cowboys team. So it's gonna be a battle when we come there, man. The way y'all run the ball is gonna be a problem. So we definitely are excited about that. But before we get there, we got some other people in our way that we have to see before we get there.
So let me say this, and then I want to ask you a few questions about your Cowboys. So last week, when we were playing, who played last week? The Chiefs. You hear Ryan Cameron at some point, and it wasn't supposed to happen.
Hot mic moment.
He was on it like a hot mic moment. He go, get Tyler Algier the ball. Get the ball to Tyler. That's what he said. And then we realized that he wasn't supposed to be heard on the mic. But this week he came back. He was like, give the ball to Tyler.
It's like the running thing, like now they announce it's like the giving thing, like he get a first down.
Yeah.
And everybody like, give the ball to Tyler.
So that was the running. But he realized, they were like, listen, they heard you say that. Like his frustration, get the ball to Tyler. But anyway, like I said, we had a wonderful Thursday night game. And I know you were there. I want you to tell me first about, because like I said, as the main road warrior, tell me about your travels and what we've been seeing that on TikTok, Twitch, and all stuff that you put on there. Tell me about your travel experience, and then get me into the game.
All right, man. Traveling up to New York, actually New Jersey, Rutherford, New Jersey, man, was we was worried about the rain because Helene was coming in, so we was expecting rain all on the southeast side of the eastern border of the country, man. And so I had my raincoat, man. I expected it to be kind of cold, man. I had my hoodie on. It was like 74 degrees in Rutherford. Little cloudy, but it never rained. So I was overdressed, first of all. Didn't have as many Cowboy fans on the flight as I expected it to be. We travel well, so I expected it to be a lot more Cowboy fans. But once I got it closer to the stadium, you started to see more Cowboy fans. I brought my oldest son, who doesn't really watch sports at all. No.
That's right. He's thespian. Yeah.
He's a thespian, man. So he doesn't really watch sports at all, man. But while I'm in New York, I have to bring my son to this game, man. And
he's living in New York.
He lives in New York. Yeah, he lives in New York, man. So met up with him. We took the cab down to the stadium, man, and had a blast. And it was a dog fight. A dog fight. I'm gonna say right now, man, I felt like Daniel Jones and that Giants team played a heck of a game. Daniel Jones, the turnover machine I thought he was, did not turn over until the last play of the game, which was like a Hail Mary. So I thought he played well, man. It was a tough battle. My offense it's still not getting on track. It's still everything is a struggle right now. But I felt like we ran the ball better. I felt like we ran the ball at 44 plus yards a clip, doing the whole thing. I was pleased with the win, but this is one of those games that we may have won the battle but lost the war. And I say that because we came out of there with injuries to some of our key players, man. We was already out our starting cornerback and then our backup cornerback. But during the game, we lost Michael Parsons and we lost Tank Lawrence.
So what's the injury on Michael? Is it day to day?
He's out 4 to 6 weeks. It's a high ankle sprain. High ankle sprain, man. So 4 to 6 weeks. Tank Lawrence is out with a Liz Frank injury. It's not broke, but it's right there as a stress.
Okay. Stress fracture.
Stress fracture. So he's 6 to 8 weeks with that. So yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. You know, you're happy with the dub, you know, getting back on the winning track, but you're not happy that we're a position that we were already, you know, thin in, losing 2 of our key pieces, man. So these next 5 to 6 games, man, are going to be man, we're actually getting into the teeth of our schedule. Yeah. You know, we hit Pittsburgh this week. After that, we hit Detroit. We got a bye week. We hit San Fran. The Falcons. You know, Houston. You know, so it's a
Philly then Houston.
Yeah, Philly then Houston. Okay, so yeah, it's we got our hands full, man.
So if you don't mind me asking, all right. So because like you just said, you know, you guys are finna go through a gauntlet of defensive minded teams. Like I said, Pittsburgh, Detroit, San Fran. You know what I mean? And then I ain't gonna lie, I think my defense, you know, is not bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna add that into it because today I was a good defensive team. What are your chances? Like let's just speak, you know, from Pittsburgh, Detroit, San Fran. What are your chances on a side? Like you just said, your offense is not running on 100%, you know, on all cylinders right now. What are your chances in these next 3 games?
Please be.
The good thing about it is we're not running. Nobody's playing really that great on offense right now. So I'm hoping that we can just keep the game close. I think my offense, we have weapons with CD out there. CD's you're gonna have to double him. So we'll be able to get people open.
Can y'all stop Watt?
Yeah,
That's a problem.
Okay.
Stopping TJ Watt is going to be an issue. The good thing about it, you can put a tight end to his side, you can run away from his side, you know, you can roll out away from him. Those are the good things. You can run at him, you know. That if we have to just drop back and pass, we gonna be in trouble.
Because what I'm looking at is you got Watt, Hutchinson, and then you got Bosa. Consecutive. Yeah.
So I'm looking at if we can come out 2-3 in these next 5, man, I'll be happy.
Okay. Dallas has been your Achilles heel past couple of years.
49ers.
Yeah. I'm saying 49ers.
Yeah.
I will be rooting for you guys next week.
I know you will. Yeah.
Just know you have a champion in your corner rooting for you.
I appreciate that. I'm not worried about this week's game.
Not worried about it?
No. I'm not worried about them. Yeah, I'm not worried about them. I like what Pittsburgh is doing, but I still think Pittsburgh is they're just okay. I think they're just okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think Watt can actually be contained. I think he's usually great, but he definitely has
those games. He does have games.
You know, he'll do that too. Maybe he's not getting enough sleep at night. I don't know what's going on, but
Honestly, he didn't do much today.
he didn't do much at all
He
today.
didn't do much today against the Colts.
Who didn't do much?
Why? TJ
Watt.
Watt. Yeah.
So last year, and tell me if I'm wrong. So last year, you guys averaged between 28 and 35 a game.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're averaging right at what, 19, 20?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, where are you going to get the extra offense?
I think it'll come. I think my OC, my head coach, is playing it close to the vest right now because of the rookie offensive lineman that we have. So he's trying not to give him too much off the jump. Each week you'll probably see him increase it a little more now. This is like I said before, this is like our preseason because they don't play during the preseason. These 3-4 games, man, have been like the preseason for them. So yeah, I definitely feel like you'll see them kind of hike it up a little bit now. You'll probably see us put up a little more points coming now, especially now that we know we're kind of struggling. We're probably going to struggle a little bit on our defensive side with our big hogs, man. So you'll see us pick it up a little bit on the offensive side, man. So that's going to be the only way we have a chance to win, man. We can't depend on our defense to hold us in there right now until they get back. So all right. When were we all in this chat and Zeke was watching? Somebody didn't want to listen. And the crazy thing about it, man, Zeke is not watched. They just not giving him a chance. Every time he comes in, he's getting 4 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards. They just don't give this man an opportunity to play. He's getting. You
want them to give him more time?
I thought they would, but this is the only thing I can think of is they're trying to save him for the end of the season.
Okay, so you think he's on load management early?
Load management. 5 carries, and he's getting you 3 to 4 yards a carry. It's not making sense on why they're doing that, man. So, but yeah, I think he will. Dada was leading rush with 27 yards. What happened to Zeke? Yeah, we just didn't rush enough, man. We just didn't rush enough, and yeah, I'm not understanding what's going on with him, man. So my 1,000 yards is looking very bleak for my boy. Very bleak. I might have been wrong on that, y'all. Might have been wrong on that prediction
because they're not playing it.
Yeah, they're not playing. They're not giving them the burn, man. I thought he was gonna give them. Johnny said he met Zeke, man, and he has his autograph. Zeke is a good dude, man. Zeke is a good dude for the people, man. Zeke loves people.
So how if Dak is gonna be throwing 35 to 45 times a game, can y'all hold up like that?
Can we hold up?
I mean, can he hold up? You know,
he can hold up. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's built for that. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that. You know, I still want a balanced attack, but a lot's going to be on his shoulders. A lot's going to be on his shoulders, man. But I like it, man. We got a dub. We're on the winning track, man. Going back to the Saints, man. The Saints, they won their Super Bowl when they played the Cowboys, man. So
there you go.
They done had their parade.
Wait.
Did you want to talk about your?
No, I don't.
You want to talk about the Cleveland Browns?
I mean, okay. Here's the thing, because I'm not going to shy away from talking about it just because we're not doing well. I'm not going to be that person. What I will say is this: I had no optimism. I mean, and we traveled. Like when I tell you, half the people I know are in Vegas right now. They travel for that game. But every week I have been watching our did not practice list, and every week I have had no call for optimism. We are just not healthy, and I just don't see how we can. Our line, our offensive line is injured left and right. All of our leaders on that line are out. Like I just don't see how we pull it together with the injuries we have sprinkled everywhere. And I mean, that's no excuse for the people that are on the field. They need to perform. You know, we do have great players still on the field, and they're professionals. They need to make it happen. But I just wasn't. This week, I pulled up our practice list on Friday to see who didn't practice on Thursday, and I was done by then. I was like, yeah, this is not looking good. Like, and so rather than just let them break my heart, I'm just going to be grateful if we pull out a winning season. Like, if we can do decent going into the stretch, you know, I'm just gonna have to be happy with that. I just don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, go Buckeyes, I guess. I don't know.
Remus over there, he throwing shade. Losers. Throw away the whole franchise.
Yes.
Remus, go find something safe to do. Because this is
Remus, of course, is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
we know.
Yeah.
And he needs not get on his high horse because they really they had a good start, but I'm not optimistic about this season either, honestly.
You think they on borrowed time?
You know, here's the thing. I'm never going to hope anything bad for Justin, right? He's my Buckeye. I'm happy to see him do better than what he did in Chicago and kind of show people who he is. He's, you know, I think he's looking good out there. He's looking like the quarterback that I, you know he can be. And I think a lot of people gave him a lot of shade because of how he, performed in Chicago, but he wasn't set up well, just like another quarterback that we're getting ready to talk about, right? He wasn't properly supported. And so I'm glad to see Justin doing well. So as much as I despise the Pittsburgh Steelers, I am happy to see Justin performing well. Mm-hmm. But I also don't think they're going to have a great season. So whatever.
Okay.
Hey, I second that notion, man. And like she brought up, and a good segue into not putting the right pieces around a player that you drafted. Bryce Young, man. On our last topic, Bryce Young has been benched by the new head coach. And he said he felt like they had a better chance of winning with the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. They did come out in their first game, but they, resorted back to the Carolina Panthers this week with the Cincinnati Bengals. So, do y'all think it was fair benching Bryce Young, and do you think he needs to move on to a different situation?
So I don't think I'm going to speak on whether or not it was fair, but I'm glad they did it, and for a completely different reason. I think that boy was going to get hurt out there. He was going to get hurt out there, and I am glad for whatever their motivation was. I'm glad he is on the bench so that he can have a chance at a future. Maybe they will put some pieces in place in the off season, and he can sit back and learn in this season and maybe step up, next season with some pieces around to protect him and, a little bit more time to develop. But I was worried about the kid, and I'm like, what are they going to do? Like, they're just lay him out to slaughter, right? So I'm not going to say whether or not it was fair, because I don't think he's the problem. You know what I mean? I don't think he is Carolina's problem, but I also think it was unreasonable for them to expect him to be the solution, in and of himself. So I'm glad he's on the bench so that the boy doesn't end up with something broken or a major concussion, because that's where we were headed.
So it's looking like, and I was reading Jay Glazer from Fox Sports. Yeah, he added in this situation, he said 4 teams had reached out to Carolina and they were trying to gauge their interest in dealing Young. And it says here that the Panthers emphatically told those clubs that they were not moving the last year's #1 overall pick. And they still see a future in the young kid, out of Charlotte. I mean, in Charlotte. And then they said naturally they want to get him into that part where he is a viable portion on the team. So obviously they're not putting all the right pieces around him. I think they're thinking that or they're knowing that. So they put the Red Rifle in there because he can probably move around a little bit better as a veteran with the pieces that they have. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he is a run first quarterback. I ain't gonna say run first, but he's a mobile quarterback like he was in Alabama. But I guess they're admitting that they don't have all the right pieces around him right now. A little bitty guy, you got to have a bigger line, maybe or a more mobile line that can kind of stay in front of him. But they're not going to trade him. They're going to keep him because they obviously think that he can do something in the future. But right now, they probably just don't have all the pieces together. So I don't. In terms of him being benched, I'm kind of leaning like my wife. I'm glad that if you're going to bench him, teach him. Don't bench him because of what's going on with him. You bench him and then find out what his strengths are. And I think they just didn't have enough time to do that. I think it's going to be like how it used to be back in the day, where you sat a year or two, maybe 3. It's going to be like another Love or another. What's the guy you got on your team? What's your back? Huh? No. What's your other guy? The black kid. Trey
Lance?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't even know. You're like,
really? Back up. We're like, wait a minute.
I was like, Trey sat for a while, but he didn't play a lot in college.
Yeah.
But, and I obviously don't think y'all got any hope of playing him either. But but what I'm saying is, you let him sit and find the right coach that can find all his strengths and then play him. But right now, he just, I think they put him in a bit too early.
Yeah,
as a little quarterback.
They definitely did him an injustice by starting him with no weapons last year. You threw him out there to the wolves last year with no weapons, and this year I think you did the same thing. And like Kanisha said, man, you had the man out there running for his life. Damn, everybody get killed. So I think sometimes you get drafted to the wrong place. I.e. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was there.
He balling.
He balling in Minnesota. I
4-0, right?
Yeah, 4-0, man. 4-0 and beating some good teams. So I think where you go plays a huge part in your career. So I honestly hope that he does move on. I hope he does get out of Carolina. I don't think
you want him out of there.
I want him out of there. I do. I know they don't want to trade him, and I know they're not helping him. So you're gonna have
everybody that leaves Carolina does better.
Yeah.
It's that owner too, though, bro. He ain't putting, a lot of he's not trading. He's not picking up guys. He's just going through the draft. You know what I mean? So
Snacks said let they had talent when they played the Raiders.
They did for some strange reason when they put in the Red Rifle, they killed the Raiders.
Now, this is truly more so than any season I've ever seen. This is truly in any given Sunday season. I have no understanding of how some of these games are. The only thing we know for sure is that the refs are going to make sure the Chiefs win every week. But other than that, we don't know what's going to go on with any given game. It's all over the place.
And what's Snack talking about? He said the Carolina owner didn't like that C.J. Stroud's dad was in prison. What they got to do anything? What, am I missing something?
Is that why they didn't draft him?
Oh, is that what he's saying? Oh, okay. So they could have got him. They could have got CJ.
Yeah, they was high on. The coach was high on CJ. The owner was high on Bryce Young, and Bryce Young is not a bad quarterback. I don't think.
I think both of them were always back and forth in talks between which one was it. So I don't think anybody was surprised that it was.
Yeah. Next, that he's not good. He's not good. Yeah. So they traded away most of their draft capital. So yeah, it's a bad situation for him, man. I hope he end up getting up out of there. I think Bryce is I think he's a decent quarterback. I think he's decent. I think his height is a problem though.
Bitty guy, yeah.
Little bitty guy, man. Kyler Murray is a little different because he has wheels.
Yeah, I would say he's scrambling. Yeah.
Bryce doesn't have those wheels like that, man. So that may
be strong offensive line.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Any more topics y'all want to jump into, man?
I'll wait till the OG come back. Like I said, we're praying that everything is good with him and he and his family. I'm gonna add, like I said, some good WNBA news. I guess that's what,
Yeah.
I'm irritated. The Chiefs really don't look good, but they keep winning, and it is driving me crazy.
They are the most
It's really annoying me.
Yeah, they're the most complete team out there, man. Like even if their offense don't play well, the defense play well. The defense don't play well, the offense play well. The kicking don't play well, the refs play well for them. I mean, they have it all, man. They got it all.
They barely squeaking out every single week. It is just, it's on my last nerves.
Yeah. Snack says Bryce played with a loaded Alabama squad. Bryce's arm is not as strong as the Arizona quarterback. That's true. But a winning mentality though. So that has to account for something. And I think he's a winner. I think Bryce is a winner. So
yeah, I mean, again, he's not the. I think what we're all saying though is that Bryce is not the problem.
He's not the problem.
Right? He's not the problem. Like, there are some, college players that go into the league as quarterbacks, and it's obvious, that they're not an NFL quarterback. You know what I mean? But with Bryce, we can't make that assumption right now because he's not the problem.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you all. He did. Yeah, he did win. Did he win two? Did Bryce
2 championships?
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I know one in them Georgia was in there. You got Michigan won last year, so he didn't win. Well, he played
last year. Yeah.
Oh no,
I want to say Bryce got 2.
Okay.
I want to say I'm not. I could be wrong now. I can throw some stuff out there. Just say anything.
How many championships does Bryce Young have?
I'm typing it in.
Oh, she's typing it.
Okay.
Yeah, man, right now that Baltimore game looking good, man. Baltimore and Buffalo.
Good. It's looking good.
Rima said no, he lost.
He got Heisman Trophy winner.
He's Heisman?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, candidate twice.
He lost the championship.
He won in 2020.
He won in 2020 and lost in 2021.
Oh no, he was a champion in 2020.
Yeah, but he lost in 2021.
Yeah, lost in 21. Heisman Trophy in 21. Maxwell Award in 2021. Yeah.
And AP College Football Player of the Year in 2021.
Okay. So he got one. He got one, one for sure. Okay, good. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, who's the champion? I said Kanisha Davis, man, for filling in for the OG. You are a champion in our lives. I tell you, we appreciate you. Stack said he wanted to stack 22. Well, you can't. Alabama's always stacked, man. Yeah, I don't want to take away from. If you look at Joe Burrow, his team was stacked. You look at a lot of these players, their teams be stacked in college, man. So I don't want to take too much credit from him in that, man. So he said that's his fault. They lost the second one. No one else. I mean, they went to back-to-back championships, but so. All right, man. Episode 36 in the books. Remus, man, hey, hit me up, dog, on Facebook. I seen my number, dog. I've been meaning to call you, because your starting quarterback, it hasn't been your starting quarterback.
preview of what I'm gonna bring up when the OG comes back. And that's basically it. I'm just saying, you know, the viewership has probably gone down a little bit since the Indiana Fever were eliminated from playoffs, from the playoff contention. So, you know, I know the OG might not want to hear that, but that's what happens when Caitlin Clark is not in the picture.
I need Buffalo
Nah, I'm just
defense to get it.
Man, Snack. Nah, he don't have a Super Bowl. He went to a Super Bowl, but he don't have no Super Bowl. He lost. Bryce is a whack quarterback. Hey man, my dog Snack Panther. My dog Remus Cromwell, man. Good to see you, big homie. Miss you, bro. My dad, man. I love you, Pop. Thank you for everything that you always doing, man. My dog Roddy Little John. Matthew Wright. My new guy, man, that was out here. NF Skull, what's up, man? Good to see you, nephew. My dog Johnny Dow, man. Thank you for coming on, big homie. Good having you out in the chat time, bro. Who else was out there?
Before you forget, plug that Road Warrior, my man.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, my dog Roger Smith was out there too. Hey man, for your next travel and adventure, come to Road Warrior Sports Travel. Go to www.travelroadwarriors.com. If you want to go to a game, me and my brother are headed to Pittsburgh this weekend, man. Come join us if you want to go. It's a little hot right now.
Hey.
But if you want to go to any game, man, come see me at www.travelroadwarriors.com or gw@travelroadwarriors.com. That's my email, man. All right. Hey, we love y'all, man. Everybody else out there I may have missed, man. Charge to my eyes, not my heart. We love y'all. Remember, keep your head on swivel and keep God first. It's y'all on Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Yeah. Back. What?
Hey, y'all still be safe out there too, brother. Be safe out there in that Kanye's cocktail area.
Mama David said, man, there's no storm coming together.
Another storm is, man. Hey, energy.
You know that storm coming.
All right.